They run more races in this class than any other division that runs weekly. They run a full 36-event season. Let's see what's going to happen as they come off turn number 4. On Wednesday night, they were the only class to go green to checker without a caution. Tonight, will it be the same with double points or not? They go to green.
Green flag is out. We're underway as they'll blast down into turn number 1. Stroney gets the jump on McClellan. He'll lead him off turn number 2 and down the backstretch as the Camaro now is chasing our leader. Already a problem is the Brilla machine got up against the Armco barrier, and it looks like car number 47 of Robert Barrett's got a problem on that car, possibly a flat tire. We'll have to wait and see when he comes around off turn number 4, but we are still under green. Yes, it is a right front flat. He'll have to bring that to the center of the infield. Already a change for the lead as McClellan puts his Camaro down low. He'll come down and lead lap number 2.
Well, he screeched those tires coming off turn 4. He wanted that lead badly, but now entering the picture, Ed Charette, the 66, closing in on our top 2. Tony Kilty, meanwhile, has pressure from Dennis Brilla, the 44, moving up on the outside. And let's see if Brilla can do it. No, sir. Kilty equal to that challenge as they move back into the first turn.
Already car number 66 of Ed Charette looks to the inside of the Stroney machine as they head down the backstretch. Charette has already visited victory lane twice now, but now he's got his eyes set on that number 1 spot as he works it off turn number 4. Further on back, Keith Miller in car number 21 tries to make a move to the inside of the 48 machine as they work off turn number 2. Problem on car number 25 of Ryman, some kind of a problem. He brings that car to the center of the infield. Back down to the line, it's McClellan, Charette, Stroney, and Kilty.
Barzello also out of the action now. And here we go. Charette closing in on our leader, looking for that top spot. Stroney fighting off Kilty, holding on to that 3rd position. And the rest of the pack starting to close in now. Meanwhile, our point leader still well back in the pack with still 14 laps remaining. Kilty holding on, and here comes Syak to challenge him.
The current point leader, car 00, Patrick Townsend, trying to make his way up to the front, and now he tries to work to the outside of Dennis Charette as he works it off turn number 4, but right in front of our current point leader, car number 5 of Jessokum, he battles with the 1 of Charette as they work off turn number 2. Back up front, it's car number 74 of McClellan to lead another lap as they come down to lead lap number 8. Then it's Charette. Now a battle for that 3rd spot as Scott Syak tries to work to the outside. We'll see if he can make that move stick as he works it off turn number 2 and down the backstretch.
Kokoska starting to move now. The number 3 moving to the outside of Kretschmann. Off the turn they come, and who will it be for that position? They're still side by side at the line. And meanwhile, it's the 2 car of Syak moving again to the outside of Kilty. Uh-oh, problems as the 00 of our point leader goes spinning. And that's a tough break for Townsend. And here we go. We're at the halfway mark. Is Townsend able to refire? He's still sitting there as the field goes on by. Townsend unable to move, and that brings out the caution.
So a tough break for the current point leader, car 00, Patrick Townsend.
Before they got to the start-finish line. Okay, they have to fall into formation, and when they cross the line, the leaders do, then you can pass. But you can't pass 2 cars before they even get into the 4th turn. So that's the situation there. It's good that the caution came out, because if not, he still would have been penalized a position when the final finish was over. So it's a little bit of luck for him that that situation does occur. 10 down and 10 to go. Off the 4th turn, who's it going to be? Green flag is out there underway. Oh, Waterhouse. Waterhouse goes spinning with the 41, and so doesn't the alternate car. He's right in the line of fire, gets out of the way, and we're still at green.
Charette now trying to work to that inside, trying to pick up a spot from Kilty. He'll do that down the front stretch, and now he's got his eyes set on the leader as he'll try to stick that nose of that Malibu to the inside of McClellan as they head down the backstretch. Further on back, car number 98, who's the pulser, starts to slip back just a little bit, is now they're 3 wide coming off turn number 4. The 76 of Valerio, the 44 of Brilla, and the 98 of Stroney. 3 wide. Great action.
Well, the real battle is up at the front of this pack as the lead has suddenly changed. It is car number 66 that takes over the number 1 spot. Off the 4th turn, we've got a brand new leader. It is Charette in command. Good battle going on right behind the front pack of cars, and that's Tony Kilty and Patrick Frenchman. The Flintstone Flyers running like gangbusters, and so is Insiak as the race continues with 13 laps. The top 8 cars run under a blanket. Kilty cuts right across in front of Townsend, and we're still under green.
Well, we're still green as Charette leads him off turn number 2. McCullen's still in second, but here comes Scott Syke in car number 2, as now he'll try to make a move to the inside in turn number 4.
No question about it. Look at that battle for second. Siak tucks it down low. He puts the pressure on the 74, and out of the pack comes car number 21. 15 of the 20 laps are into the record books, and counting them down, back to the line they come. Siak is up to second. He's putting the pressure on. This isn't over with yet.
Keep an eye on cars number 1 and 10. They're the number 2 and 3 point men. And the 1 of Dennis Charette having a problem as he got crossed up, loses about 6 positions, but the 10-car Settlement has now moved up among the top 7 cars, so he can move up in the point standings as he motors on down the backstretch.
Well, there's less than 2 circuits to go in this one. They come back to the line. Charette is still your leader. Siak is still running in second. Then it is the number 3 running a strong third, and right in the middle of this pack from nowhere comes Jim Summers with car number 0. He moves into the 4th spot. Time is running out. Siak is all over the back bumper. They come back to the line. There's the white flag. It'll surrender to the checker. There's 1 lap to go.
Well, can Charette make it 3 wins? Most of this division. Syke closing in, but does he have a push to get him by our leader? Charette hugging that yellow line, and off the turn he comes, and he takes the checkered flag. Ed Charette home with victory number 3. Well done indeed, as he battles his way from the middle of the pack to take down the win.
Well, coming up next will be the first of the qualifying rounds, presented to you in part by the good folks from Enfield Nissan Pontiac. In 5 events contemplate a complete race program from the time that the race program begins. The first feature event you've just witnessed, that is considered as event number 1. Event number 2 is coming out to the Speedway. And Ronnie, let's talk a bit about that brand new Pontiac Grand Prix from Enfield Nissan Pontiac.
That is a beauty. Enfield Nissan Pontiac has presented this car to us tonight, and we're really looking at a beauty. It's a 1997 Pontiac Grand Prix GTP, a 3800 V6 supercharged 240 horsepower engine, 16-inch wheels, 4-wheel anti-lock braking system with disc brakes, 4-speed automatic transmission. So it's got plenty of beautiful bells and whistles, and will make you feel mighty, mighty proud to be behind the wheel of that car. And you can see it, as well as the complete line of Pontiacs, as well as Nissans, at Enfield Nissan Pontiac, 20 Palumba Drive. Just take exit 48 off I-91 to Palumba Drive in Enfield, and you'll be at the home of the valued leader. Now let's get down to Victory Lane, where Gary Nanko is standing by.
Well, down here in Victory Lane, Ed Charette picks up his 3rd win on the 1996 season. Great run. You got penalized there. Tell us about that.
Yeah, well, I thought he was going to take off a little bit earlier, and I got a little bit too anxious, and that's how it goes, you know. I was trying to hold on, but when you got a bunch of other cars right behind you, you got to just keep going. Once I started, I didn't want to bring no caution. Didn't want to get nobody else into trouble.
Well, it seems like since you got in this car, you got 1 with your own car and 2 with this car, because you started off the season with your own car, number 7, which now Scott Burgetti drives, but now you drive the Clark machine, and sponsored by Johnny's Famous Mobile.
Yeah, and the only reason why we're running as good as we're going right now is because Carl's Custom Auto, this guy here does an unbelievable job of taking care of this car. And George and Darren, these guys are unbelievable. They'll try anything to get a couple tenths. And and then another one we gotta thank is Horsepower Engineering. Every time this guy comes down, we win. I tell you, you better come down here tomorrow, because if it wasn't for Horsepower Engineering, we wouldn't have got these 2 wins.
Okay, Ed Charette picks up his 3rd win on the 1996 season. Let's send it back upstairs.
Well, Ronnie, we've got the official finish for our first feature event, and the record books will show the following.
You've got it. In addition to Ed taking the win, 2nd place goes to the 2 of Scott Syke, then the 3 of Kokoska, the 0 of Jim Summer. Then we moved to the 21 of Miller, the 10 of Salmon, the 74 of McClellan, the 76 of Valerio, the 48 of Kretschmann, and the 1 of Dennis Charette. In 11th place, the 68 of Mark Anderson. He was followed by the 37 of Colton, the 5 driven by Sukup. Then it was the 7 machine of Bergetti, followed by the 44 of Brilla, the 94 driven by Garrity. Then moving down through the field, it would be the 98 of Stroney, followed by the 03 of Druin, the 58 of Scorbert, the 69 Connecticut of Kilty, 41 of Waterhouse, the 99 of Riley, the 00 of Townsend, the 25 machine of Ryman, then the 47 driven by Bear, and finally the 8 of Carzello. So that's the story on our Strictly Stock feature.